Good afternoon and welcome. You're watching Times Now. I'm Sagarika Mitra. Let's shift our focus to the big controversy that's brewing in the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, this controversy broke out over an anti-caste report submitted to the Tamil Nadu government. In fact, it was Justice Chandru committee that has recommended the prohibition of sacred wristbands, forehead markings or tilak from schools and any representation of caste in school names. Now, the one-man committee was constituted last year after the brutal attack on school-going siblings in Tirunelveli district. The Bharatiya Janata Party has objected to the committee's report, calling it anti-Hindu. Let's take a look at what the committee recommends. The report submitted to the Tamil Nadu government recommends that the government must prohibit school children from wearing sacred wristbands, any form of rings, and it also asks for a complete ban on any forehead marks like tilak. Now, the BJP has also gone ahead and it is asking, why has the hijab not been mentioned, saying that it is targeted, these recommendations are targeted at only one religion.
One-man commission report submitted by Justice Chandru to the Chief Minister. It is discriminatory in character. It has not talked about hijab, which obviously shows the religion of the person wearing it. But it talks about the tilak. So all these things are aimed at Hindu community. That is why BJP wants the Chief Minister to fully...
Now he equates each colored thread to a particular caste. It could be, I am not saying it is not. But generalization is only like making it the whole process trivial. And vibhuti kunkumam, a separate word is used, that also we don't agree. Because in a secular society, that to a secular school place, every community should have the right not to get their sentiments hurt. That is something which we are objecting.
Now, while the Bharatiya Janata Party is questioning the motive and the intent behind the report, the DMK has hit back and has defended the move, saying that the report was specifically for stopping caste discrimination and not for religious discrimination, and hence the report did not mention any other religion. Let's listen in.
What he says is, from what his statement I understand, is that he wants caste fight to remain and religious to be included. See why it is about a fight between two various castes of Hindu religion. It's not about a fight among Muslims or among Christians. This report was made because of the fight which is happening between various Hindu castes. Okay. So for which the identity should be removed as a normal thing wherever there is a caste clash.
Dharani is joining us live. Dharani, get us more details of this report which has irked the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of Tamil Nadu. BJP leaders are saying that only one religion has been targeted, while the DMK is going on to say that this report was intended with the sole purpose of ensuring that there is no caste discrimination in schools. But the Bharatiya Janata Party is saying that this is specifically done to target one community. What is the latest that you're tracking?
Well, a few main pointers from the recommendations made by Justice Chandru in his report is that he has told that no school, no government school should have a prefix or a suffix as as a caste name, and he's also went on to tell that the caste identity of students, the details about caste identity of a student should be accessible only to the headmaster and the educational authorities who come for inspection. The regular staff of the school should not have accessibility to the caste identity of students, is what he is telling. And the most crucial point, which is now point of contention between the BJP and the DMK, is that the one-man committee by Justice Chandru recommends a prohibition of students from wearing colored wristbands, rings and tilaks in foreheads. So now this is where the BJP is, in contention with the DMK. The BJP is telling that, as part of Hindu religion, the Hindus widely practice wearing, religious wristbands in their hands, and that they also, apply vibhuti and kumkum in their heads, tilak in their heads. To prevent the students from doing so, it is denying them their right to, practice the religion that they choose, is what the BJP is telling. They're calling it a target against Hindu religion.
All right, but the DMK has come out and has also said that there is nothing discriminatory, and it is not a report that is made on, specific religions. It is to ensure that caste discrimination doesn't take place. So how is, while the BJP is saying that the Chief Minister must reject this report, the DMK's response? Take us through more details of what the DMK has been saying, Dharani.
Well, this one-man committee by Justice Chandru was, formed because last year in Tamil Nadu there was an instance where two school students from scheduled community, they were harassed by their fellow students because of their caste identity. That is when the Tamil Nadu government decided to form a one-man committee under Justice Chandru to study about caste atrocities and caste discrimination in schools. So now the DMK is telling that this report submitted by Justice Chandru is only about the caste discrimination and caste atrocities committed in educational institutions only within the Hindu religion.
Right.
This was formed to study the atrocities and discrimination among castes in Hindu religion. This report itself is not intended to study atrocities and discrimination among different religions, but only different castes within the Hindu religion, is what they are telling. So they are rejecting the BJP's claims, and they are telling that the recommendations are very much valid.
Right. So the DMK is going on to defend the report. They're going on to say that this is a report which aims at ending caste bias and caste discrimination. We are expecting more reactions to come in, and we also have representatives of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Narayan Tirupati of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joining us on the phone line. Well, the DMK goes on to say that this report is aimed at ending caste discrimination. What is your contention against this report, Mr. Tirupati?
First of all, we should understand that these caste discrimination or the caste violence, as mentioned by Justice Chandru or the Tamil Nadu government, are happening only in the government schools, not in other schools, not in other private schools. Even in villages, private schools, absolutely there is no caste violence or caste discrimination. Why particularly in government schools, and what is the reason? Students are not the reasons. It is because of the government officials, teachers, and also the government. We need to understand this. If at all there is a caste, so in society there is a caste problem, means it should be there everywhere. Why particularly only in government schools? So who is at problem? The government is at problem. The government has got absolutely, see, previously Guru used to get dakshina, but nowadays Guru has to pay dakshina to get the job. That is the problem in Tamil Nadu. Corruption is the root cause of this issue.
So what's your demand? Because there are leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party who are claiming that the Chief Minister must reject the report. Is that your demand as well?
Absolutely. This report is definitely not a good report. The Chief Minister has to dismiss it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tirupati, for joining us. So you're hearing those reactions coming in. A showdown of sorts playing out in the state of Tamil Nadu over this report. Let's move on to the other big story we are tracking.